Okay, so here are a few practical tips about the sauna. If you're planning on building a sauna, some things to consider. This is kind of a little bit like a log house sauna, but I used wood, these boards here that I got from a lumber yard. So first consideration is which kind of heating source are you going to use. So I would highly recommend you use electrical, but if you're off the grid, you know, then you're going to have to use wood. Go in here. A few things. Now this sauna here has a little bit more about the heating. So you need stones. That's really going to keep this, that's what's going to make the sauna hot. That's the real heating source, is the stones. So if you have an electrical sauna heater, which is what this one is, 220 volts, this one is 6 kilowatts, and so this is the size of this room, quite small. But if you have a larger room or a lot of leaks, then you want to get maybe a 9 kilowatt. Now if you get a wood stove heating sauna, if you live off the grid, you want to also have rocks, and you want to have the ability to steam it. I would highly recommend the rocks, and so you can drizzle water on here and steam this thing, because that's very enjoyable and really good for you. And it really heats the sauna up, makes it real hot, and you can sweat it out. And also with these rocks and doing the steam thing, is you can drizzle a little bit of aroma, some oils, essences and stuff, and man, it really smells this sauna up nicely. I love the eucalyptus, and yeah, it's getting a little steamy in here, and frankincense oil, and then sandalwood oil is also really good, but it's expensive. So if you're gonna use a wood stove, you really want to be careful about the CO, carbon monoxide. So make sure the flue is clean, and all that stuff. You don't want to be resting in here and then getting like poisoned with carbon monoxide. And then make sure you want to have some rocks on top where you're gonna have the ability to steam it, and then put these aroma oils on here. These aromas are really good. I mean, just breathing in the aroma is really nice. Another thing, handles and stuff. So this handle, I forged this is a blacksmithing job I did. I forged this handle so I can step down here from this first level. But when this sauna is hot, that thing is going to be hotter than a firecracker, so that's not a good idea. But maybe I'm going to wrap that with leather, so take the edge off. Having a window is really good. This sauna here is a little bit raised up, so I'm kind of up in the trees, and it is so nice to be able to sit up here and relax and look out into the trees and stuff, and you can see the sunrise from those trees, and you can see the moon rise. So this is a real nice consideration. Another thing is you want to make a ridge pole, 2 ridge poles, a double ridge pole. So here is this ridge pole here, this double, a lower one, and it's going to increase stabilization of the structure, but it's also, I use this all the time to kind of hang and monkey bar and just stretch my back out when I'm in here after a long day's work, chopping wood, whatever. Now I can get in here and I can do some kind of like stretching on my back, my shoulder, my arm, my neck, and just hang on this thing like a monkey and stretch it out. So it's really good to have this ridge pull. There's a second ridge pull. Some sauna sheets are really good. They help you really sweat out. Some kind of like, you know, you're just gonna rub this stuff, and I don't know, things like that are good. Have a little pillow in here so you can really unwind. 3 levels are really important. So this top level is the hottest, of course. So go down here and give a little perspective. So there's a bottom layer here, another layer here, and then third level. So you want to have the 3 levels because they're 3 different temperatures. So even though the sauna right now is about 75 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot in here, if you're up here and you start getting so hot and too hot, then you can always get down to another level, or you can just go outside, you know, and cool off. But it's really helpful to be able to get down to slightly cool off, but you can still stay warm. When you do the sauna, you want to take the sauna for 20-minute intervals. At least you want to be in here like getting just really hot for 20 minutes. At least 20 minutes time. So what that's going to do is that's the point where you're going to get really good health benefits. So 20 minutes. Now you just stay in here longer than that, but yeah, so can't really think of anything else. The steam, yeah, the stones. Well, one thing is that when you do put this aroma oil on, you gotta really steam it first and wet the stones. And then put the aroma on. You don't want to put this on directly because it will burst into flames. So you gotta be careful about that. Have some salt in here, you know, rub yourself with salt, and use this as a real, you know, meditative and just a real special place so you can really, really relax. Rub yourself down with some, I made this, it's kind of melted now, but I took some beeswax from my bees and mixed it with coconut oil and cocoa butter and melted it all together, and then made a butter bar, and you rub that on your skin and you butter yourself up really good. Another thing to consider is this one's raised up, so it's about 1 meter off the ground. And so when I do douse myself with water in here, the water just drains right out that hole down there and just goes right into under the structure and drains away. So you know, you could do piping and stuff to catch that water if you're so inclined. I would definitely recommend having the window. It just gives a little light in here during the daytime. You don't want it to be, you know, pitch black, I guess. I mean, I don't know, maybe you would, but I wouldn't. And leaks, you know, just make sure you fix up as many leaks as you can. There's always going to be leaks. But really, you know, there's a lot of leaks in here, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it gets really hot in here. It just really increases efficiency. So I built this sauna 1 year ago, last year in the fall. And I've been using it almost every day since I completed it. And loving it. Love it in here. Wife loves it. Everybody loves it, so it's really good. Good investment. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer anything. All right.